Just one question with regards to this report. Was the members of the public that were affected by this, were they consulted when drawing up this report on their feedback with regards specifically to communications? I'm well aware that members of the public many did feel that they received and were grateful for the support that they received, but some did feel that communication breakdown, and I appreciate that's acknowledged in the report, but with it being acknowledged in the report, did you seek any feedback from residents?
I don't know about the report. I think the report was written specifically to address the request of this committee. I think what we did do was a number of senior officers did spend some time with the group, and in fact some of them are here, where we listened firsthand to a number of people that Councillor Bird brought along, and it was really, really useful to listen firsthand to the experiences they'd had and the impact this had had on their lives, and also where they felt the council had done some positives and where they felt the council would learn. So it isn't just in isolation, this report. That was a really, really useful session, and I know I did, and I'm sure the other officers were there, and we fed back the respective bits to the people we work with about this, because this was different to what we've dealt with previously. So sitting alongside this report is that, and also of course David was virtually seconded to go into the community for several months, and the council paid a price elsewhere because he was in charge of planning, so you can't be in two places at once. But again, he fed back an awful lot of material about again what had worked and what hadn't worked back into the council.
I wasn't aware until the meeting with Councillor Bird and those half a dozen or so residents there, that actually there were people who still weren't engaging, and I came back and fed that information back into the system. You know, well, this is part of that process in terms of that engagement, isn't it? It's coming back. If you know, I'm struggling to understand how more, and I'm saying this in an open, honest way, accepting that members will have views, but if there's a requirement for a specific engagement plan on the back of any instance we have, I think we executed an engagement plan. It might not necessarily have been written down, but there were officers on the ground, there were facilities available, there were meetings in place where the public and the residents were invited to. If that didn't meet the criteria or for every individual, then we need to look at that and understand how better we can do that in future, Councillor Bird. Yeah.
I think we'd like to I'm proposing to set up a scrutiny review panel, if that's the right terminology, to look at all the lessons to be learned from New Ferry.
Okay.
In particular, to have victims' voices front and centre in that process. They have not been able to speak at this committee, for example. And I think the way through all the different aspects of it is to prioritise the victim's experience. If we listen to them first, it pulls everything else along with it.